Good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to do a quick little walkthrough here of my backyard bike trail for you. So here by the fire pit and the blueberry patch is where our trail starts. It's getting a little overgrown. I haven't been through here in a while with the weed whip or anything. Been busy either going to bike at other trail systems or just doing a lot of road riding and putting in a lot of hours at work with this past weekend was 4th of July weekend. And that's my busiest time of year. So anyways, here we are at the teeter-totter. It's pretty basic. I got 2x6 stringers for it. Some 4x4s sunk in maybe a little over a foot. And then, if you can tell, I just have a piece here, like, your threaded pipe, and with your ends. It's kind of what everyone uses for shelves on Etsy. And I just drilled a hole through my 2x6 there. For decking was also 2x6s. If I had to do this one different, I would make it longer. I think I used a 10 or 12 foot long stringers. And I also used deck boards instead of 2x6s for the top. Deck boards would be a little bit thinner, a little bit lighter, not have as much heft to it. And I didn't bury it in too deep in case I ever needed to move it somewhere else on the trail. And my wife was a little intimidated by it, so I put on some 2x4 extenders here, make it a little bit longer, make it not as steep, not as intimidating. And I just put some old tire in there for shits and grins, just to kind of give it a little bit of a dampener when it goes up and down. So that is our teeter-totter. Width-wise, I don't know, 14 inches, 16 inches, something like that. It's more than a foot. Could go a little skinnier. And yeah, it kind of has a little play there with the 2x4 extenders. Looks like we've had a little wind since the last time I've been through here. Here's a little section that we dug out pretty good. Oh wow, lots of debris down. I thought about putting in kind of a rock feature here. You got that one kind of gnarly tree root. I thought about just dumping in some more rock here, making kind of a rock garden. Or else bridging it. Bridging it might be kind of fun too. And this here is a corner that we kind of have banked for the uphill. We call it beer can curve. So a lot of times when I'm out here working, I like to have a beer. And whenever I get done with my beer, I toss all my empties here in a pile. So they're easy to find and pick up later on. About once or so every few years, I'll come through here and just clean up all my empties. So we call this beer can curve. And you got this cool maple that bent over during a storm a while back. Thought about trimming out some of these branches. I actually might trim this guy because it's no life to it right now. Just give us a little more room. That's kind of fun. And see, there's some new flagging there on the property boundary. It's a gas station company that owns this land behind us. And rumor has it that a local bank is looking to buy that lot to put in a new branch. It's just a vacant 7 acres right now. Little hill here. And I started swinging this a bit wider. Makes it a little bit easier to make this corner into a little downhill to the drop. I thought about making kind of like a little deck here, kind of like Seth's flight deck. It's like Seth's bike hacks. But I don't know. We might be moving in the next year or so. Might be moving closer to where my wife works. She has quite a bit of a drive. The other thing too is the neighbors. You can kind of see the property line is right there as the corner. And yeah, so this is the neighbor's land. They said we could use this little trail here if we wanted. They do a lot of snowshoeing through here in the wintertime. And they have kind of a neat little network of trails going all around. And so that'd be kind of fun maybe to come down. Have to do something with this stump here. And kind of loop around and then hit the drop. I don't know if I want to build... I do want to build a wooden berm corner really bad. But if we are moving, that's just a lot of work for a short period of time. Plus, it's just a trail that I ride. So, and my wife sometimes. So yeah, I don't know how much work I really want to put into it type of thing, you know. But it would be really fun, I think, to have that. It's just getting up there. Thought, you know, if I could punch something kind of through this side hill and up. But it's kind of overgrown. As you can see, there's some logging slash back in there. Our backyards here were logged off about 4 years ago. And there's a lot of tree tops and whatnot kind of hidden in the weeds. Our logger, Gary, really cool guy. He's missing a leg. Didn't lose it with the chainsaw, actually. When he's cutting down a tree, two trees kind of forked out. The one kicked out funny, and it sheared his leg off. Was it Filson Clothing Company? Make a kind of fancy outdoor clothes. They did a little video about them last winter. I'll put a link down below in the notes to that video. Really cool guy. Really interesting story. So yeah, here's the drop. It's not too big of a drop. Maybe, I think, 18 inches from the top down to the dirt. But if you're going fast, you can send it out there a little ways. I started making kind of a little go around here, weed whipping it with our fat bikes in the winter. It's a lot easier to just kind of take the swide. But yeah, I haven't been out with the weed whipper in a couple weeks. But yeah, little drop. Nothing too rowdy. And you have a nice, pretty open, pretty straight landing zone. So you got a little time to recover if you don't quite hit it right. And it looks like we got a balsam tree down. So I have to get the handsaw out, cut this guy. And mosquitoes are coming out too. Mosquitoes are really bad earlier this summer. They're starting to ease up just a little bit. So I have to get this guy trimmed out. And then you have this little uphill. Originally, what I thought had been really kind of fun is to come down that and kind of have like a step up jump kind of built into here. But the corner angles are a little difficult. And here's our little skull stump. Our little skull here keeps blowing off. Found that guy when we were clearing it out. I'm pretty sure that's a skunk stump, or a skull. So there's some skunks that are around here, and we had some fox, and the fox seemed to have taken care of all the skunks. And then just the last little bit here. Could probably bench cut this in a little bit better. And this takes you out into the yard. And right by the basement. So yeah, when you get done, you can just back into the basement where we keep all the bikes. So there you have it. That's our backyard bike trail. Looks like I have a little work cut out for me. And I might have to get some bug spray before I do that, because yeah, those skeeters were a little thick in there. Well, have a good one.